Hi, hello, and welcome back to WuWa, I guess. I was so out of the loop that I didn't know yesterday was the update. So today I'm gonna be playing the new story. Oh right, I haven't done the Lucilla segue yet, so I'm gonna start with that. Yep, Lucilla segue. Oh, instantly start with the messaging thing. Office warning 8. You have to wait first. Okay. Do you have to wait like to the next day, or like just wait until it's 8? It has to be the next day. Got it. Oh. 600, that's right for the update. Then there's the extra stuff. Where is it? Here. 7 of these, 7 of these, and 7 of these. Then I think that's it. There's like the outfits and stuff. Bundles and the main stuff. I think there's a logging thing. In the character trials. What is this? A recommended section? Okay.
I have.
Lucille's busy now. I should wait outside.
Not a problem. For project funding approvals, we can follow the new Federation's model. But when it comes to picking research topics, I'm afraid I must insist on giving our teams more freedom to choose their own direction. I have full confidence in our faculty and students. I have full confidence in our faculty and students. Yes, I understand. Of course, I'll note it down and reply to you later. Understood. Let's save those two issues for our call next week. The new partnership model is interesting.
There's something wrong with the
but I'll need to run it by my colleagues first.
Maybe it's because
No,
I have to play on
Why would I think you're making things difficult
the
for us?
low on the low
The
specs.
Academy has always been
Something
open
about
to this kind
the
of
performance
collaboration.
recently is just abysmal.
Okay, then. See you next week. Have a wonderful day. Oh, impudent little hamster. Really? Using a crisis to haggle me down to wholesale?
I thought the auto thing was a thing. Maybe it's like it only works for the newer for the newer quests. If that's the case, then like, okay, I guess.
I'm fine. Just had a bit of a tiff with a rather difficult partner. It's just that... You want some coffee? I haven't gotten any shut-eye yet. Didn't realize the sun was already up.
So, what's all this you've got going on, President Lucilla?
Right. What am I even working on? After the hero defeats the Demon King, shouldn't we all be enjoying our happily ever after? But here I am, burning the midnight oil like I'm part of some sleep deprivation experiment. A former colleague from the Pioneer Association taught me how to make this special coffee blend. Want a sip?
Did she actually add?
Oh, it's a favorite among the gold runners in the new Federation. Packs a punch. Sometimes. That hits the spot.
You look different now than you did in that photo.
Yes, I suppose I do. That one. One of my students took it. Shame I never must be twice a person's height, at least from the picture. Can us all skin even?
Do you plan to tell me what I'm really doing here?
All right, Rover. Technically, I shouldn't be asking a student this. So, from a certain unverified intel I share with you off the record, could, through private channels, somehow influence an inspection report issued by a particular independent international organization. I mean, what's your network like at the Black Shores? Got any real pull there? I'll be straightforward, Rover. Star Touch Academy has been in a bit of a bind ever since as you can see, our investors are reassessing the Academy's value now that the Exostrider is gone. They're holding a review next week to discuss new management policies moving forward. Before that happens, I pulled some strings to get a third-party agency in for an independent investigation. Whatever they put in there.
So you brought in the Black Shores to audit Star Torch.
Dr. Luke is waiting for the auditor at the Starboard Riseway as... Now, Rover, I'm not about to interfere with an independent audit, but I'd like you to be there during this visit.
You want me to put in a good word?
Oh, no need. Just make sure they see the Academy for what it really is. My students can speak for themselves. Dr. Luke and the auditor have arrived. Shall we?
I like that you can make a parallel with like how crews sponsor streamers.
Oh, just a second.
Like they have that thing on the contract where you're not allowed to speak ill of competitors, and then you just
Okay.
give your honest
Let's
thoughts on the actual game. At least it was in the beginning. I don't know if he changed it or not. This looks awful. Okay, like I mean, let me go to balance. It's fine. Disable that shit. Oh, it's fine. Remove this shit. Lower. It's fine. This literally doesn't change anything. Exposure. I think this is fine. I like playing on higher qualities when I'm doing the story. Otherwise, it just looks bad. This looks way better. It's just a lot more laggy. Let's see if on performance things are different. Turn this on. What? Like, why would you have motion blur on anything? Like, just disable that shit. Honestly, like, make default off. I think that's it. I do like the effect on Lucila's burst, no, on Yuki's burst. When you have a lower quality, because then the image of the shard of glass or ice that reflects other Hiyukis. I don't really know what's that. Like, it just cycles through every single one of them instead of just picking one and whatever. I think that's a neat detail. It's probably an accidental one. It's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, this looks a little better, but worse than the, like, balanced. Looks better than the lowest that I had at the beginning of the stream, but no, performance. Performance looks better than the lowest one, but the balanced one is just nicer to look at.
I don't see anyone. Are they still on?
Let's see. I wonder if it is just like shadow quality.
Away?
Yeah, it's just shadow quality.
Oh, hold on. Dr. Luke says the auditor insisted on driving his own motorbike. That means they're on the second floor. Come.
So after the entire thing that happened in 3.4,
what's all this?
what is this? The name? Yeah, now Lahiroy has like connection, has an actual connection to the other parts, like the interference
Professor,
in 2.7 is
a very
gone,
important visitor is coming to tour the academy.
and now you
Don't
just
worry.
you don't
We'll
need
make
like a
good
wormhole
impression.
to like teleport you through time and space. Is that what it
Yep,
is?
We even threw together a little welcoming, thing.
Ah, you rascals. All right, but follow my lead. If this auditor is a by-the-book type, then we...
Woo! Oh, yeah! What a ride! Now that was top notch. So many people. So, not a confidential audit. Huh.
Welcome to Star Torch Academy. I'm Lucilla, the Academy President. So glad you could make it.
Welcome to Star Torch Academy.
Oh, right. I'm Alto. You guys really know how to roll out the red carpet.
Nice to meet you, honored sir. I'm Sigrika from the preparatory program. Thank you for coming to tour the academy.
Hello.
Got it. I'm a Roya, you know. And and there are lots of Roya students.
Chief Aldo, I'm Dorian from the agronomy wing. I brought you a complete nutrition squeezy jelly and our
Cup noodles.
Director Alto, I'm Misha from the Department of Exercise.
Director, I'm from the Department of Void Matters, sir.
And I can do some custom mods on your bike.
Mr. Alto? This is Rover from Rebel College. She will be joining us for the duration of your tour.
What a fantastic name.
This time,
Not too long.
I wish
not
Rover
too
was voiced.
short. Hey, psst. Are we supposed to know each other or not?
We are, but don't make it too obvious.
Copy that.
Well then, without further ado, let's head over to Rebel College.
So you voiced
I'll
the
fill you in on our facilities along the way.
you voiced one thing.
That
and
would be great.
don't voice like the actual joke.
Tell
You-
those
you-
kids to go their separate ways. I'll meet you at Rebel College.
Got it.
What? Okay. This is like it's a similar thing that happened with the Shorekeeper story quest, right? Like 1.3. Where by the end Rover just didn't talk, and all the emotional weight and the emotional part of the scene just fell flat because of that. Can you not? It's like cherry picking when
Someone want
Rover
to tell me
talk.
what's happening?
You didn't know, Rover? Everyone's saying the board is looking to shut down Rebel College.
No, not the college, just the Synchronists. A professor covering our Royan history class told us the Space Trek Collective wants them out of the academy.
If the synchronist stuff is just to find a pilot for the mecha, why would you keep it running if you don't have the mecha anymore? Or actually, you do have the mecha, but you already have a pilot. Like, isn't that a waste of resources? Straight up.
Yeah, well, the rumor mill says Rebel eats up 2/3 of the Academy's budget. And the collective's investors have strong opinions about that. I say investors, but it's mostly new Federation money. Can't say I'm surprised they're pulling this kind of stunt.
What about you, Chisa? What have you heard?
Me? Actually, I don't know the specifics of what's happening.
It's been
just
so long since I
need to
heard her
help.
voice in a story.
So it's all just hearsay for now.
Oh, you click again and then you have a timer. If the timer is like 5 times longer than and then you can just reset the timer. This definitely needs to be improved. The entire point of having, like, choosing automatically be not spending 30 seconds waiting for the timer to run down for you to choose something. It would be like, just choose the first one and continue with the thing. Actually, don't have these sections anymore. Like, why do you need dialogue options when you cannot, like, the thing about dialogue options, they work because you can go back, replay the entire story, and get a different ending. That's why it works. This game is a gacha game, live service, that you don't get to replay the story. So why would you have dialogue options? It just doesn't work.
Probably. I mean, they were literally picked just to pilot
It just
the
makes
Exostrider.
But
the
synchronists
experience
are all
frustrating
such brilliant students.
because of
Even if they can't pilot anymore, they still
interrupting or disturbing
New
the
Fed only
timing
cares as
of
long
the
as you're an
delivery
asset.
of the.
The second you're not, you're out.
There must be more to it than that. The president and I are on it.
Well, give me a shout if you need backup. There's no way I'm letting them do the synchron.
We're counting on you, Senior. We trust you.
Sometimes I hate this game. Since like day 1 of 3.0, I hated the motorbike. It's just not fun. It has so many clunkiness to the entire gameplay of it.
Let's get moving.
I really wish this game had like a
In addition to augmented resonance training, we place
more
strong
custom
emphasis on general education for our
settings with
synchronists.
the graphics.
This is Professor Mornier, who teaches synth armament studies.
What I'm saying
Shall
is,
we
like,
sit in for a bit, Mr. Alto, before we tour the
choosing
student
the
projects?
the texture, the texture quality, separate from everything else. It's like
If it's no trouble.
some stuff is just mixed in one slider, the quality slider, and then kind of annoying.
All right. In the last lecture, we proved that the rule equation holds true for Type 2 synth armaments. Today, we'll move on to their tuning stability constants. Li Xin, could you please write the final derivation from the last lecture on the board?
Yes. Professor.
While she gets started, let's do a quick review. Waleo, what is the standard medium used to measure tuning stability in a lab setting?
It's so...
Yes.
So you
sodium.
have all this technology and you're
Interesting
still using
choice,
paper for it?
Though its volatility makes it impractical for standard testing. Sonia, could you tell me the standard medium for determining tuning stability in synth armaments under laboratory conditions?
Squeezy jelly.
Squeezy jelly, you say? Well, it seems we moved through the material a bit too quickly last time. But that's all right. Everyone, please refocus. Let's go over Li Xian's board work.
As you can see, Mr. Alto, this is our signature sleep learning program.
Oh, very impressive. How about we move on to the next stop?
After you. Now we're about to show you some augmented resonance projects developed by among them, the unmanned vehicle prototype shows exceptional promise across multiple market sectors.
Absent students, 8. Data uploaded to cloud storage.
These children seem to have forgotten the importance of honoring their commitments.
What's the deal?
Looks like the students all skipped class.
Yeah, maybe we're just too early, President Lucilla. Why don't we take a stroll elsewhere?
My apologies, Mr. Alto. How fortunate we are to have you here, despite our apparent lack of preparation. There's no point denying it. You're seeing firsthand how the ongoing debate within the Space Trek Collective has begun to affect.
So basically, people are skipping because they think
Star Torch needs support now.
the Academy
more
is
than
gonna
ever.
be shut down. So it's like, there's no point in doing it anymore.
Dragging the Black Shores into this might make things difficult for Shorekeeper. Let's just observe for now.
No, it's more like Lucilla
I
asked
understand,
to.
President. And this is precisely why I'm here to convey the...
Mr. Alto, how about we add an extra tour this evening? We can discuss anything you'd like after that.
Works for me.
Rover, I'll take Mr. Alto for a meal then. Would you mind checking back in with Professor Mornier for me?
Like, you had the option of choosing one thing or the other. What changes if you choose?
See you on Waves Line.
What changes if you choose the other option. Is the stories gonna be different? Or is just a roundabout way to get to the same place? Like, giving the player the illusion of choice. If that's the case, why have that illusion in the first place? Just to the content and have people play for more time? That's just not a fun way to play for more time. Is this gonna be like, oh, the students are not involved anymore because they think the academy is gonna be shut down? Like,
Why didn't you wake them up?
This class is difficult to follow, so it's normal for some to drift off. Still, if only I could make my lectures more accessible.
This isn't your fault.
It's like metal fatigue. These students are being tempered and pushed to their limits over and over. Eventually, the metal just snaps.
I mean, to say that it's not her fault, I think Marnie does have a degree of fault. To say she doesn't have, I think that's a wrong thing to do.
Should I have woken them? Reprimanded them? Or offered them assurance? I've heard about the pressure they've been under lately. Maybe the best thing is a few days away from all this.
This just takes way too long. Like,
Thank you, mentor.
cut the timer in like in 6, and then only have 1/6 of the time, the current time. Like, that takes way too long. Like, players wanted this feature to keep a steady pace on the delivery. The pace is already a bit too slow. And with this, it's like it's just faster to pick your mouse and click something before the timer runs out. The objective of, like, the entire point of having stuff chosen automatically is that you don't have to think about stuff and stuff just happens and you can sit back and relax, right? Like, that was the phrase they used on the version stream, right? Yeah, sit back and relax for 30 fucking seconds until the game decides, oh right, I should pick this one. I should continue the story. Like, now that's annoying. Wow, that's... Is that what it is? No, it's not. It's definitely not. Like... Right. Okay, I think it still looks decent, but the performance in this game, dude.
You have my deepest respect. Working in this food desert takes a special kind of fortitude. Something that looked like toothpaste. Oh, didn't go down well. And next thing I know, there were students everywhere shoving snacks at me like it was my birthday. Ugh, hellish.
Like 5 seconds max, and then just pick something, right? Like otherwise it's just
To put it simply, the Exostrider's gone. So
kind of pointless.
the synchronous program needs to go.
Yeah.
Problem is, everyone has a different idea of what to do with those students. And by everyone, I mean President Lucilla versus everyone else. Anyway, the new Federation and the majority of the board want to pull the plug immediately and draft a new teaching plan from scratch. Meanwhile, the executive committee moderates have promised to stay out of it as long as their nation's synchronists are covered, with either guaranteed support back home or a smooth transfer somewhere else.
Where does Lucilla stand?
She wants to continue the synchronous program.
That's what?
Continue?
Yup. Confusing, isn't it? Speaking of which, how well do you know?
Oh,
her,
now
Rover?
you. Oh, now you add like a 3-second timer.
Huh. So you're not so sure either, huh?
This game, like, did anyone play tested this before? Cause like, doesn't look like it.
I'll be honest with you, Rover. The Black Shores doesn't trust her right now. Between her proposal, her deep new Fed connections, and that evasive attitude, there are just too many uncertainties for us to take on the risk of helping her. At least, that's the conclusion we've reached based. But the Bloom Bearers who graduated from Star Torch heard about this and stepped up to endorse Lucilla. That's what changed Shorekeeper's mind. A teacher who gets that kind of trust from her students.
So what do you need from me?
Actually, according to Shorekeeper, you are the one really running this audit.
If this wasn't a live service game where the story needs to be the same for every single player, this would create some interesting dynamics right now. Because imagine if you could just, in fact, side with the investors and shut down the entire thing, make Lucilla mad, and now she doesn't want to talk with you anymore. That would be interesting. But no. Like, if Rover ever gets like that option of choosing between one or the other, something's gonna happen. Then the writers is just gonna make the plot go to whatever they want to.
So, we need you, acting as both a Star Torch student and a Black Shores auditor, to tell us if Lucilla is solid and what she's really planning.
I was okay with like Alto being the auditor, because it doesn't matter whatever the player chooses, the story is gonna be the same. But like, now that this is the actual dynamic, it's kind of pointless to continue playing. Fine. Let's see what tragedy the story devolves into. In fact, I kind of want just skip everything, go straight to 3.2, 3.5, and watch the story on YouTube. That way I can just skip through the parts where I don't care.
I want to do something for the Synchronists, but I've also got my responsibility to the Black Shores. Got it. I'll do it.
I should be the one saying that to you. Anyway, we need a plan for how.
Great, another grand plan. Why'd you gotta make everything so complicated?
Oh, what the?
That reminded me of that song.
Hello, Mr. Alto. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to invest in the Exostrator project. I suggest the Black Shores chips in this much. Or you can just patch me through to the collective board. I'd be happy to handle the negotiations myself.
Is this Imeth? I can't believe she just hacked a Black Shores terminal.
I am being serious. If synchronous degrees get cancelled, my record will say I only finished Roya preschool. Besides, keeping Rebel College around isn't that hard. Get creative. Talk to Chase. Talk to Shorekeeper. The collective's investors can't be tougher to handle than Aleph-1, right?
Oh god. See? Here's the writer's hand on this is what needs to happen. You don't have a choice. We create a situation where it could be interesting if Rover actually had a choice. But no. Nah. Same structure as 2.6. You could just give Rover the option to not go save Yuno. But no. You could give Rover the opportunity to do other stuff, but no. The consistency of the story moving forward would require some stuff to actually happen. And if that's the case, why have dialogue options in the first place?
So what if they don't care about your contributions?
Don't care. Okay.
If we lean on that kind of leverage now,
Can you
we'll
shut-
be held to it later.
Can you shut up?
My experience has shown me that it's often better to act as an individual.
What? Okay, leave the decision to you on where you stand. Right. Like, even this summary is like playing this bullshit illusion. Like,
Since you're planning on the savior career path, I think you'll understand what I mean, Imeth.
Makes sense. Kinda old.
I need to figure out what Lucilla is really thinking. Then I'll play it by ear. If I want them to protect the Synchronists when I can't, I've got to work inside their system. That's just how this game works. Trust me and Lucilla. We'll find the right way to handle this.
Ha! All right then. But just so you know, if my school record disappears, I'm renaming the Space Trek Collective to the Imeth Collective.
Why would...
Honestly, if we let Imeth loose on them, it might actually take some pressure off Lucilla.
Why would the records be erased? And why does she care? Like, who cares if the records gets erased? Like, and like, why are they being erased in the first place?
But like she said, she's a Synchronist too. That just makes her one more person Lucilla has to protect.
How does
Fair enough.
maintaining
But I'm afraid
a...
we have less time than we thought.
How does maintaining a program that clearly has no reason to be maintained protecting would how that would protect Amith or the students? It's because of the off chance of people coming up with the new lecture program or study program or whatever, and that ending up being harmful to the students. If that's the case, why not just participate on the creation of the new program? In fact, why not just have like people decide if they want to be a part of this school anymore? And then like the moment you start thinking about the actual plot, things just don't make sense. So then you're supposed to experience the story by laying back, turning off your brain, and just seeing pretty stuff happen on the screen because of the eye candy. Like prettiful ambient scenarios, cool characters doing cool shit, and then turn off your brain. But even to do that, you have a 30-second timer
I spotted some new
on
Fed
every
spies back at the
single
station.
dialogue
Lots of
option.
motorbike. But it won't be long.
How does
before
it
they
make
track us
sense?
here. Before Lucila's next tour begins, let's poke around and see what we can find.
Like clearly the best experience on how to like consume the story is using the skip button, skipping everything, and then watching on YouTube later. That way you can just watch as a movie, and then you can skip the boring parts, or you can go back to rewatch stuff. Like all the data from previous quests and like the cutscenes and stuff, it's still on the game, but you cannot access it. The best way is just go back to on YouTube and rewatch stuff, if that's what you want. Or if you want to consume the new story, just skip everything and just watching YouTube. Like, and this, by the way, is like right after the collab story.
This is a testament to my connection with the world around me.
Shut up, Rover.
And
Like,
Students run flea markets on campus? Oh, I'm starting to get the hype. Wait, isn't that the student who dozed off in class earlier? Come on, let's go over.
no. Fine.
If we follow this method,
Yes. I'm tired. No, no.
no, you paid me to tutor you, and I'll make sure you get your money's worth. Here, but I'll write down a third way to solve it. Watch how it goes.
Okay.
so that's why she was drowsy in class. She's been staying up late tutoring other students.
So, another thing why, like, usually I just don't enjoy the story. Like, on a painting with a broad stroke, I don't enjoy the story. Like, I enjoy some things about the story, but like, most of the stuff is just very...
This is a testament to my connection with the world around me.
Most of the stuff is that happens on the story is fuck, I don't remember the word. Predictable. I don't think predictable is the right word. It would be something like, you know, when you know how a magician does the trick, how the trick works, and then you're just not interested in the performance because you already know how stuff happens, and the performance is actually not decent enough if you know the trick. Sometimes, even if you know the trick, the performance is still pretty cool, right? Most of WuWa's story is just... Most of WuWa's story is just tricks that I can see happening on my face, and I'm like, okay, not even the execution is enough to make me wanna care about the stories. Like, it's a...
You're telling me you've modified every bike here? That's insane.
Well, Waleo's been in the Expedition motorbike program since day one. These bikes here,
Soulmates.
so, what do you say, Auditor Alto? How about you order 10 as a starter pack?
Just reminded me of that meme of the guy freaking the car.
Soulmates sold in a pack.
That video was like so stupid.
I heard you test drove the Academy stock model this morning. With the rain the last 2 days, probably felt a little slip on the turns. Yeah, try this one. I tweaked the ABS and TCS myself.
You could take this.
No wonder you were sleeping in class.
No, the bikes have been ready for weeks. Last night I was just saying goodbye to them.
Oh, well, that's depressing. I'd feel bad buying them now.
Hands off, you little...
Never!
Please don't fight, you two. Maybe I'll just check out the other stalls.
Don't go, Chisa. You've got a real eye for quality. This piece was meant for you.
No, it isn't. She's just a prep student. She doesn't know anything about quality.
Excuse me? The audacity! Just begging for a smack, aren't you?
Sorry, I'm not familiar with the mechanics, but I can see that this device's internal structure is finely crafted. From the external casing down to the internal wiring, the structure and circuitry are meticulously designed. Someone put their heart into this.
It's the best thing you'll find in the market, isn't it?
Yes, the...
Thank you. That means...
No! 6 years, Li Xian!
For nothing? Oh, it's having nothing to show for the past and nothing waiting in the future. That's... Look around, Li Heng. We are synchronists. Synchronists who had the most resources but never became the chosen one for the Exo Strider. We've achieved. But if we drop our stupid pride and try to support the students coming up behind us, then we can still be well.
You want to support them, sure. But who's gonna support you?
Me. I... Nothing to show? I refuse to let anyone write your epitaph before your work's even been seen. Nothing waiting? You all have me. I, Lucilla, president of Star Torch Academy, will always stand with you. Even if the whole world turns its back. Even if I have to do it alone. Oh, and by the way, we just landed a very generous sponsor. The new research fund will arrive tomorrow. That means pack up this stall. Unless you want to sell your hard work at a loss.
Chief Alto, it was you, wasn't it?
Huh? Oh.
Thank you, Chief.
Impudent little hamster. Really? Just had a bit of a tiff with...
She closed a deal in a single afternoon? That must have been a hard bargain.
I appreciate it. But if a teacher needs her students to worry about her, she's already failed. Let's just keep it between us. Hmm?
Sorry, Professor. We were out of line.
Out of line? For defending your work? That's not something to apologize for. You're braver than I. Listen to me, Li Xin. This pioneering spirit of yours, don't ever let go of it. Oh, and maybe go a little easier on your brother. He's running out of brain cells to lose.
Professor?
About Lenny and the others skipping class? Don't worry. So, Mr. Alto, shall we move on to the evening's special viewing?
Whoa.
So they turned the reading room into a workshop. Not bad, kid. Lenny, you broke our little promise. I'm heartbroken, you know.
I promised to show off the Synchronists Club projects. You really think that scrap you want? This is what a win looks. All-terrain, self-propelled artillery. You could drop this thing in the middle of the... Auditor! If you keep funding synchronist research, then this goes into mass production in 1 year. No, 6 months!
Mass production?
I know, hard to believe, but just let us show you!
No. That's not what I meant. It's just that the Black Shores isn't a mercenary group.
But it cuts through tacit discords like a hot knife through butter.
I've got this. Remove the safety, Lenny. Let's give it a test. Be careful.
Activate!
That vehicle.
Watch out!
Safety. Memories take shape. Hold still. Are you all right?
I'm sorry.
Nana, please contact Dr. Luke to check. Are you all right? Go get yourself patched up in the...
I agree. And I'm not just blowing... This technology has huge potential. Especially if you, maybe lose the terrifying weapons?
But it's too late now.
It's never too late. I've been talking to new partners.
We are here to strive. Star Torch Academy will be the... That's what my admission letter said. I knew I was signing up to be one of the Exostrider's 1,000 backup pilots. A spare part. Strive for the future of civilization. Professor, is it true that no one cares about us now that the Exos...
I care.
I used to think this whole synchronous thing was just shuffling students from one class to another. But I get it now. These kids, they aren't fighting to keep their synchronous privileges. They're fighting to protect the synchronous mission.
This academy was a global initiative from the start. Nations and countless people invested in it. That's the bedrock of this place, and the bedrock of what it means to be a synchronist. That gives everyone a stake. even if they don't benefit from the synchronous program directly. They deserve to ask questions, and they deserve the chance to be won over.
Fair point. Besides, touching stories won't be enough to sway the review. Without the Exostrider, the synchronous program is just...
I don't think Lucilla is the type to wager on sentiment alone.
asking for our help while keeping secrets. Either way, ball's in your court, Rover.
I'm sorry for the
Please, don't be. It was a rewarding day. Those young synchronists left a great impression on me. Speaking of which...
She's fine.
Oh, no need for that. Dr. Luke showed me the way earlier. Actually, you look like you're the one who could use a wrap.
All right, then. See... I need to stop by the conference hall before heading back. Care to walk with me?
Sure.
So you're saying I have to RP walk, and if I try to not, you're just gonna keep my character locked? Like, I'm not on RP walk mode, and I still get locked? Like, why? This game, dude, like...
When was the last time you slept?
Oh, can't remember.
The last time you ate?
I did keep track of that. What's the weather like at the Black Shores?
It doesn't really change much.
And the food?
A bit better than what we get here.
Just a bit. My students who join the Black Shores barely write to me. Even when they do, they never mention their daily lives. If I do get a sudden call out of nowhere, it's just, "Professor, I have a question." Adorable little gremlins, all of them. As long as they're safe. That's what matters. So, when are you going to start?
Start what?
Fishing for intel? That Mr. Alto must have put you up to it, right?
We could have just cut...
Rover, would you let the Black Shores compromise its founding mission of fighting the Lament to get tangled up in superpower pop? I asked myself yesterday if I really knew you. Turns out, I don't. This situation isn't noble, isn't just. It's just businessmen and politicians squabbling over a slice of the pie. But I want this to be a collaboration between Star Torch and the Black Shores.
Not I put you through this detour because I was afraid. So I wanted you to see it for yourself. You can tell them if Lucilla is worth trusting.
Rover, are you still with a change of plans? The new Federation caught wind she was rallying support and moved the review
To when?
tomorrow morning. Technically, that's in 3.5 hours.
Classic new Fed. They probably had a review panel parked outside Lahai for days, just waiting for the...
How'd they win over the other member states and round up representatives so quickly?
Space Trek Collective budget bylaws. Because the new Fed is a permanent member and rotating chair, they only need half the member. They likely had this review rigged before it was even...
Gear up, President Lucilla. We'll see how the review plays out and take...
3.5 hours. Let's go.
Where to?
The second... Are you upset?
About how you dragged me into your plan? Or the things you're still not telling me?
My. Oh, sorry. Call it a teacher trying to keep on her mask? You're still my student on paper after all.
It sounds like you're saying I can just sit back and enjoy the show.
That's not something you get to do every day, is it?
I didn't expect there to be a place like this.
Before Sundermere Base was built, the executive committee told me I could memories of my students that should exist. We still have some time. If you're interested, feel free to look around.
You're using your forte to do all this? How long did it take you to create this?
The exhibits we're looking... Don't forget. Allow me to...
What is it?
This is the very reason I built this exhibition hall in the... Professor...
Lucilla? You spaced out there.
I'm fine. Just had...
Maybe it's a good idea to rest before the review starts.
Don't worry. I promise you I'll crash the second this is over.
Will a few exhibits be enough to sway them? She usually knows exactly how to sell anything.
Thank you for your trust. I know. How will she handle the new Fed?
I know you'd never harm...
Anyway, let's take these two exhibits and... See you soon, Professor.
some kind of force pulled us down here.
If my memory serves, we're directly beneath the exhibition hall. This way.
Isn't your memory the last thing we should trust because it's all fucked up because of your forte?
A synchronist's cockpit?
It looks the part, but this was actually our plan B. Designed without safety limiters to get sync rates up quick. I know. It was meant as a last resort if civilization was staring down extinction. The project was terminated after the synchronists who volunteered. In the end, what our students are facing now isn't... I just hope I can do better.
Any idea how we find our way out of here?
With our eyes open, the key should be somewhere here. Excellent. You're catching on quickly.
What's happening?
Something rather unpleasant. I am
Lucy.
Fine, no more jokes. Honestly, anyone watching would think you're the one facing the board. Remember what I told you before entering the dark side? About the memories some things I can't bear to remember, but I also can't bear to forget. Rover, look up. The egg... Everything here is from my memory, but I know you are real.
I understand. I'll be your reference.
Rover, do you have any experience dealing with children? Tell me, what makes a child... Now, come along. Let's treat... Welcome to the Anti-Void Matter Materials Lab. It's where they first developed the materials for the Academy's anti-void canopy.
What's all of that in the center of the room?
The scrap of the day. Even the best recycling can only keep up with so much. Let's look around to see if there are any leads.
I have the photo. Now where is the right spot to project it? Leave it to me.
Memories take shape.
Is this art?
Dear me. Among the synchronists who survived the experiments, there was one from Jinzhou. There, he and his colleagues...
You're saying the shields against retroact rain and void storms share this?
Not exactly. His approach didn't work before he left the academy. The only things I often wonder... Was he just reluctant to let go of his design?
The girl who trapped us here? She must be trying to show us something.
Seems I've been getting schooled by my own students a lot lately. Let's go. It's time to move on to the next.
Do you want to stop and take a rest?
Not even close.
Now this place looks nice.
What's wrong?
Stay where I can see you, Rover. I've wandered into an unpleasant memory. It's far too easy to get lost in.
It doesn't look like there's a way to cross the barrier ahead.
I have an idea. Rover, just go with me on this, all right? Rover, can you step a little to the side?
Like this?
To the side, not forward.
Perhaps a step forward.
Oh, now you.
Maybe a step back. All right, this is the last one. Let's see that beautiful smile. Has anyone ever told you that you're not the most photogenic?
They have now.
No more teasing. This shot will have to suffice.
You will obey.
I'll have to pay for any property damage out of my own pocket, you know. So, please try to be gentle with the facilities.
Time to break everything up.
Clear as day, madam. Your daughter isn't sick. She has a vacant for 40, and it's a remarkably rare.
Oh yeah, Lucilla doesn't have any quick sock abilities.
Nowhere to hide.
I don't want to be a resonator. No!
Why can't you use Lucilla's liberation? It's a story-gated
Not good.
ability? Like,
Without a reference point, she's getting pulled into the deep end of her memories. I need to find her before too much time passes.
let's just forcibly RP walk the player. It's kind of awful.
Are you still there, Lucilla?
Can you skip this?
Yes.
Of course not.
Then why aren't you...
What do you want me to say?
Well, you could say, okay. This is the perfect moment. While our opponents are spread too thin, we take the reins. Just like the time you became... Don't worry about the narrative. We'll play the villain. You just act tough, rope the independent auditor in, and we'll force another round of review. You fight hard. We express our concerns, and then we both take a step back. As long as we ensure our control over the future of the synchronous program.
And what do you want from my students?
Simple. We both get what we want. They have talent, and we help them achieve their dreams. And it'll be their choice.
Their choice? Whose dreams are we really achieving?
It will be their choice, Lucilla. My Lucy, I won't speak of your past choices. But tell me, has there There'd been a single choice that wasn't your own.
I still refuse.
There. Just like that. Act tough. Fight hard.
From the Academy to the Pioneer Association, then to the Space Trek Collective, and now here. No wonder I was never cut out to be president. Watch out. That's me from the dark side. When are you going to tell her, Professor Lucilla? Let's go. You think you can outrun yourself, Lucy?
Before the meeting starts?
Thank you. That's just her. Your students will die. Let's leave this place, Rover.
You could have erased this memory. Why keep something so dangerous locked away?
To keep the sting fresh. A sharp reminder of the cost of slipping up if I ever get too comfortable in the Academy's peace. Let it go, Lucilla. Face what you know is reality. Once again, I found the courage to step into this room. Time flows here, silent and peaceful. The Academy is alive and thriving. We've come so much further than I ever dreamed. I wish you were here to see it. The accident report is indisputable. Cable insulation failure leading to flight control abnormality. But the truth is simpler. I approved the plan. Wrestled with it for so long. What's a teacher supposed to do when a student dreams something so brilliantly insane? But she chose the sky. And I thought, at least let her have one chance to fall.
The entire thing is like Lucilla has PTSD from a student that chose to take a risk but died. I should have just skipped this, like, honestly. And if the entire stuff, like, oh, the kid wanted to show something, and that something is, Lucilla, you're not the reason for why I died. Let go of it. Like,
Is that Sundamir? Are we back before the Star Wars Riseway was even built?
Most of the students, she told me it was. She said this was the day she did.
Then that wasn't a falling.
The spacecraft.
Sundermere Lookout.
Yes.
The weather couldn't be more.
Okay.
Professor?
No, it's not that.
Professor?
I
Hey, remember
can't remember it either.
That's okay. I'll look it up and tell you the second the experiment is over. Talk to you soon.
And then an emotional scene hits like a flat sheet of paper because the player just doesn't have any emotional connection with the characters that just died. Great way of doing drama, by the way. Like, it doesn't matter how sad you make things look. You build a story where tragedy happens and the player has zero emotional connection with anything that is happening. Lucilla shows up for like 5 seconds every single story, and then now you're supposed to care about
From the way
this
it
entire
fell,
thing. Or
void matter must
this
have pierced the
random
shielding
girl that
mid-flight.
shows up out of no
But
fucking
if we
where,
reinforce the coding,
and you're supposed to care about, like, right, because you don't have like 50 other characters that you could
civilization do you think
make
built
stories
the
about.
Strider? If they were that advanced. But before they reached the stars,
Like, the entire premise of it is like, oh, you're gonna
humanity.
you're gonna have like a new character that you're supposed to care about, but then everything is just rushed and
Give this to our
weirdly done in a way that
Humanity's
just
smallest step, and
just falls
everything we
flat.
had to give.
This isn't good.
Lucilla! Lucilla, wait!
I'm trying to sprint and the game doesn't let me. This is like
Lucilla, your emotions are affecting this domain. It's dangerous.
Staying here is the real danger. Oh, we have to leave. Almost there. As long as we keep moving upward, we'll find the way out.
So this way out you've been building for the Synchronists. It's just a dead end, isn't it?
I don't want because on what grounds?
I think I know why that girl trapped you here.
What?
You're terrified that your proposal will be their end. You're afraid because you know they'll support any plan you bring to the table. Because you're their teacher. Because no one in this world understands them the way you do.
Another lesson from my own. See you later, Rover.
RP walk. When RP walk is done by forcing the player to RP walk, it's bad. RP walk is like something the player do to take their time with the scene. If the player doesn't want that, like, why do it?
I hope humanity can soar even higher.
I hope humanity can venture even.
I hope humanity can weather any...
Professor, what's your dream? My dream? My dream is simply to see all of yours come true. See you later, Professor. Let's go. Together this time.
Mandatory boss fight because this is a game after all, right? You can't just have no combat sections. It would be stupid, even if the story would benefit from that. No, it's just...
Memories take shape. I witness. I inscribe.
Oh, so it's just an infinite...
Every instant.
Right, and the mandatory boss fight is not even satisfactory.
Professor, can you hear me?
Because the character is basically a
I hear
sub
you.
DPS support.
Loud and clear.
The
Wow.
weather couldn't be more perfect today. Oh, and I just saw a super huge Solaskin.
Yes.
Great. Right. I'll see you soon.
For a half of the quest, you cannot skip. What the fuck?
Was that girl another one of your students?
Don't care.
She is every memory I have of this academy. She is every one of my students.
We've come all this way.
Right, because that
I
makes
still
total
don't know
sense.
what your plan actually is.
That's okay. Everyone's about to find out.
Tired?
That was an excited yawn, Rover.
Right, because yawning is definitely related to excitement.
Rover, where are you, Lucilla? The other panelists have all taken their seats.
You're basically
They're
playing
students, too.
first person Lucilla, and
Can we really
this,
trust this plan of hers? Anyway,
like half of
I'm
the
leaving a
enjoyment
speech to
you could have had with the quest is now gone, and the other
we'll
half
face
is
it
just
together.
gone because the quest is
See you later.
pretty
Professor.
bad. Sure, there's some interesting ideas, but like the execution of this is like 3.1. The first half. You have some interesting stuff, but the execution is just fucks up and shits the bed entirely to the point where even if there's like pretty cool stuff, it's just annoying to do it.
President Lucilla, I'm Cameron, Permanent Secretary of the Space Trek Collective Board. By appointment of the board, and on behalf of the Investors Conference, I hereby convene this second special inquiry concerning the synchronous program of Star Torch Academy. Pursuant to Article 12 of the Space Trek Collective Charter, President Lucilla, you may now raise any procedural objections regarding the attendees, the agenda, or the draft of this session.
I would like to know the national composition of this review panel, Miss Cameron.
This panel consists of 10 members, all from the new Federation. 5 serve as special representatives, and of the remaining 4 permanent board members, 2 have abstained and delegated their voting rights to the Federation. Additionally, we have Mr. Alto, attending as independent auditor on behalf of the Black Shores.
Then, Ms. Cameron, I believe the current composition of this panel fails to comply with charter regulations governing review committees.
According to the regulations, any participant authorized by a board member shall be deemed to hold the same nationality as that member. The panel's composition is perfectly valid.
Pardon the interruption. If that's the case, then Rover, currently a student at Rebel College, can also be considered a panelist appointed by the Black Shores. Here's the paperwork.
Welcome, Rover.
I have no further questions, Ms. Cameron.
Then, per the agenda, I will now relay the investors' resolution following our previous inquiry. Given that the loss of the Exostrider constitutes a de facto failure of the program, our immediate priority is to establish a
You just had
compensation
a
plan
very
for the
emotional
affected
moment,
assets and students.
and this is like supposed to be tense.
The
But like,
board
I don't care
directs
about
that the
the.
synchronous program must be terminated immediately.
I do agree with
or
that.
minimum suspended.
Like, or like, Like, why
My
why would you
stance
keep
remains
something like
unchanged, Ms.
because you don't
I
because you
intend
have like
to continue
PTSD
the
and don't want to like. It's not even PTSD. It's just like some weird logic you made up on your mind, and now this is.
Panelists, this is a theoretical prototype for a shield designed to counter retroact rain, created by one of our synchronists. This prototype significantly accelerated the development of Jinzhou's own defenses. It saved countless lives during the war against the Threnodian Overthrax. And yet, the material used in this prototype was originally nothing more than discarded scrap from one of the engineering department's experiments. It was only because its designer was a synchronist, educated in engineering, void matter, and even meteorology, that this material found a second life.
You seem to be arguing for the superiority of general education for the synchronists, President Lucilla. However, general education isn't even included in the program's white paper. I fail to see a link between that and advancing the synchronous program.
Isn't the synchronous program just to figure out who is good enough to pilot the Exostrider? So like if the Exostrider is gone or like being taken care of by a ghost, how, like, why keep it? By not spending resources on something you cannot do, you could then actually put those resources and effort and time into helping the students do something else.
The shield is an impressive surprise, but given the cost of gambling on such a slim probability, the cost effectiveness is simply too low.
Ms. Cameron, panelists, how exactly are we meant to measure the cost effectiveness of failure? As you can see, this shattered component comes from a failed experiment. One that was not even recorded in the collective's official gazette. A synchronist gave her life as the price for validating her theory. 15 months later, this very component became the final piece for the construction of the Star Ward Riseway, the bridge between Lahaiwoi's Earth and the sky. Humanity does not always set out for the sake of victory, Ms. Cameron. Our synchronists know from the day they enroll. No one knows when the Exostrider will awaken.
And it already
and the
did.
odds that they'll be the one to pilot it are slim.
And someone is already piloting.
Yet they come anyway. They march toward likely failure from the very start. So I ask you, can you truly say that such failure has no value?
How about failing in other areas? Like, you want to keep a program that has one specific objective? Like, can't you do the same thing that you're doing right now on a different program that is not set on the Exostrider? Because you don't have it anymore. So it's like,
and how can we call that a failure of the Synchronists when the Exostrider was the one who banished LF1 from our world?
Secretary Camero, the Black Shores representative requests the floor.
Proceed.
On the subject of unforeseen benefits from the program, we find ourselves in agreement with President Lucilla.
Oh, look! Rover had no
This is a
input
set
on the
of
decision.
disposable data we just compiled. Significant proportion of current Black Shore members came from Star Torch Academy.
Like, is the Exostride, like the synchronous thing, the only thing that happens in this academy? Because, like, can't you keep having research, like, and studies into stuff, but, like, not spend that much into, like, the thing is, if you can just cut the synchronous stuff, like, oh, we're not gonna find the synchronist anymore because, like, stuff has already been resolved, but we're gonna keep, like, it's an academy, like, you don't have any other curriculum activities to, like, like, really? The entire thing in 3.0 is just, it makes no sense. It's there just to generate hype moments, and there's some interesting ideas that, because of the dynamic of how like the like the release schedule of updates, it just feels poorly done. Like, really, you don't have any other program, so that, like, have a program that deals with the bikes, have a program that deals with, like, the robots that defend stuff, have a program that deals with airships. Can't you just... this game.
These Bloom Bearers demonstrate exceptional capability, talent, and resolve, traits most prominent among the Synchronists. Furthermore, the Synchronists serve as role models for other students. I believe Rover is better suited to speak on that.
Okay. The point of... this is basically Batman. Batman is not Bruce Wayne. Batman is a symbol that criminals fear. The entire point of Dark Knight. Like, that trilogy, the entire point of that trilogy. Basically is the argument Alto is making. The problem is, you don't have the extra strider anymore. So how can you think you're gonna be able to maintain this symbol if the other students already know the Exo Strider is not there anymore? In 2 or 3 generations, you're gonna have the problem of people don't respect Synchronists anymore because the Exo Strider is not there.
The synchronous program is a search for a way out for our civilization. When we believed the Exostrider was the only route, then those fit to pilot it were the Synchronists. Now that the Exostrider is no longer a viable option, the ones fit to search for a new way out are still our Synchronists.
Now that's the only good point. Like that's
Yes,
actually
which is
actually a
why
good
I
point.
must disagree with evaluating the synchronous program purely in terms of cost effectiveness. I urge investors to reconsider the criteria used to measure its value.
We require a discussion. This session is adjourned for 5 minutes.
Let them see your potential. Let them see your value. But that is not enough.
President Lucilla, following the review panel's deliberation, we fully recognize the potential value of the Synchronists as an independent academic division, as well as their role model effect. However, as Rover stated, only those fit to shoulder the burden of finding a new way out deserve the title Synchronist. Therefore, we propose a compromise. Rebel College will be preserved, but all future training must be subject to the guidance and review of this panel. Let's both take a step back, shall we? President Lucilla.
This is it. The final fight, Lucilla. Take a deep breath. Keep your composure. And remember. Everything you regret.
Oh, good
Everything that
montage
brings
to
you
like
joy.
hit you in the feels.
Everything you have lost. Everything you have witnessed. The answer you chase.
Like, why does this take
The
too long?
treasure you give everything to protect. No, that won't be necessary, Secretary Cameron. The Synchronists of today, they remain the closest thing this world has to a way out for our civilization. After our confrontation with Aleph 1, we recovered this audio recording from the interstellar probe Farwatcher.
It's nothing more than static.
Even so, it is the only legacy the pioneers of Solaris have left us. We are not alone, Secretary Cameron. Just as our ancestors took shelter in caves, just as Star Torch Academy was built in Lahiroi, just as humanity, a brave soul took the first step to claim that future.
I fail to see what this has to do with the Synchronists.
Using Rebel College research, we can build vehicles driven entirely by augmented resonance. That means complete immunity to frequency interference. And the training our Synchronists undergo makes them the perfect pilots for these vessels.
So basically,
But the
mini
Strike Gate has been
exostriders that can.
sealed. Not to mention, Whatever lies
possibly
beyond can
flee
hardly be called a road.
Solaris? Is that what it is?
Who said civilization's route to the future has to go down?
The stars.
President Lucilla, I'm sure you know, any instrument that nears the etheric sea.
I am well aware of that. However, by relying on augmented resonance effects, the Academy can overcome that barrier.
And if it fails, the cockpit becomes a coffin. Is that a chance you're willing to take?
Like, there's an entire point of the synchronous, right? They're basically people who wouldn't mind dying if they can succeed.
This is our decision. If the answer lies beyond death, then that's where we go. Just wait and see. My brightest students will pierce the sky for all to see.
Now this is a good moment. And it immediately ends. Like, WuWa has this problem. Since 1.0, since launch, which is the build-up is awful. The mid parts, like the mid sections, not the quality. I'm referring to like the timing of the stuff.
Soon.
Like,
I could take it from here.
if you get to divide the story in 3 acts,
Thanks for
right?
everything,
Like
Alto.
build up,
Really.
mid section, and
You! It was
climax,
a long
right?
day. The kind you don't forget, though.
Those two are
However,
more often than not.
Pass a message to the president for me. After a speech like that, the outcome doesn't matter half as much. Anyway, chillax. Everything's gonna be all right. Well,
Like
catch you at Black
average
Shores,
in
my
quality.
Yeah.
At
Till next
best. But then on the 3rd act, or supposed to be the climax, or like the best part, or supposed to be the best part of the story, then it's really good. But like build up and the transition between the build up and the actual good part, it's not great. It's been a problem since 1.0. Like, it's either the build-up is so boring that it's not interesting and you just want to skip, or the build-up is so rushed it doesn't make sense. We got 1.x with the build-up boring. We got 2.0 with some interesting build-up, but like after Septimon was like, it was just rushed. And now in 3.0 we still have the like, they double down on the rushed build up where you don't get to see anything unless it's not the actual plot, and then even that is like kind of rushed. Like, just think about how many times in the entire 3.x section of the story, how many times Rover was in the school, was in like inside a classroom, actually learning shit? Like, you could have... Never mind.
She is not here. She is likely still at the review hall.
Thank
Don't
you.
care.
I'm sorry.
What?
If I had been more helpful.
This was her battle.
Black screen, white text. The pinnacle of presentation. Two of them? Okay, a third one is like, come on. And you end like this? I'm so pissed. I'm not pissed off, I'm just disappointed. I'm frustrated. This is not good. I think I'll come back later for the 3.5 story or whatever. Cause this was something. Like the entire experience was like, I don't care. And the actually only good moment was like that cutscene, or like in like Rover making good points in defense of Star Torch Academy. Other than that, like the actual experience of playing the story, pretty bad. The story is just it could have been an email. Well, I'll come back later.